Hey guys, Asad Yaqub here, and I welcome you all to my IELTS masterclass. Okay, today I'm going to take you to the place where I conduct my IELTS masterclass. This is the open area, and now we are going to go inside, and today you're going to see how I conduct my class. Let's go. This is the main lobby from where the students enter, and there is that waiting area. They often wait before the class. Sometimes they do their speaking practice here, right? And today we have a writing day, so I'm going to teach you a lot about IELTS writing module. Let's go inside. वालेकुम अस्सलाम, क्या हाल है? ठीक है, गुड गुड.
एडमिशन है.
अच्छा, एडमिशन लेना है. ओके, यासीन इन्होंने एडमिशन लेना है. ऑलराइट. Okay, before we enter the classroom, let me tell you today we've got the writing day, and full class is all about IELTS writing module. What we do in our physical classes, 2 days we have physical classes and 2 days we have online classes. So in the physical class we have speaking module, and then we have the writing module, and in online classes we have listening and reading modules. Now let's get inside. Thank you. Hello. Siddhe ho jaye sare. Assalamu alaikum. Wow. So, how's everyone? All good? Fine? Great. I'm fine, thank you. Yeah, please. Okay, so now we are going to have a little discussion on IELTS listening module. And by the way, listening is the first module. Your IELTS test starts with listening. And why does it start with listening? Because listening is the first, skill that we acquire when a baby is born. Right, small baby is born. Show him, please. Okay, say wah, wah, wah. So when a baby is born, the first thing is listening, and then through listening we develop speaking, and then reading and writing, they are educational. So in IELTS listening, there are 4 parts, and these 4 parts are 4 levels. The first part is very basic level. Then there is the second part. Third part is what I call dinosaur of IELTS listening. Okay, and then we have the 4th part, right? Now, audios will be played once only, and before they start first part, first 10 questions, they give you almost half a minute to read the questions. Okay, so you have half minute, 30 seconds to read questions 1 to 5. Then after that, they play the audio. Then they stop the audio. They say you now have some time to look at questions 6 to 10, 7 to 10. Then you have half minute, you read the questions. Then they play the audio. And when one part finishes, they say that is the end of part 1. You now have some time to check your answers. So you almost have half minute. And if it is computer delivered IELTS, you can always check your answers. You can just type if there is a typing error or anything like that. Okay. So in part 1, questions are very straightforward, and there is a dialogue. 2 people talk. So what you have to do, whatever is written before the blank, the synonym of that. For example, if they have written several dash, in the audio for several, they may use the word various. They may use the word many or anything like that. Okay. And if your target band is 7, 8 or 9, then you must get 10 by 10 in listening part 1. It is very, very important for you. Okay. Once part 1 is over, they give you half minute to check your answers. And if there is anything to check, then you can check. Otherwise, jump to part 2. And by the way, when your listening test starts, in the beginning, they will say Cambridge IELTS, blah, blah, blah. You're going to listen to a number of recordings. All the audios will be played once only. You will have time to read the question. They start with that. This is a very good time to overview full test. What is in part 1? What is in part 2? What is in part 3? What is in part 4? How many multiple choice questions and all that. And stay positive. It's not that you say part 1, part 2, multiple. Part 3 again, multiple. Part 4 also multiple. And then you say, oh my God. So don't judge yourself. Don't anticipate difficulty in the beginning. let the test roll on, and then you'll find everything there, right? So once your part 1 is over, you will come to part 2. In part 2, there are 3 types of questions. Number 1, multiple choice. Number 2, matching. Number 3, maps. In multiple choice, there are single multiple choice questions and there are double multiple choice questions. Double means out of 5, you have to select 2. Single means out of 3, you have to select 1. Okay. Now, for multiple choice questions, they check your ability to differentiate. There are 3 statements, A, B, C, to differentiate true statements from false statements, right? For example, if there is a question, all right, the question is Asad Yaqub is going to. Asad Yaqub is going to option A, London, option B, New York, option C, Paris, right? So Asad Yaqub talks. I always wanted to go to London, but unfortunately, I could not get my visa, so I changed my plan. Now, what will you eliminate? Option A, London. One of my friend invited me to come to New York. I wanted to go there, but because of harsh winter, I changed my plan, and now I'm all set to leave for Paris tomorrow. What is the answer? But he talked about London, he talked about New York. So this is what you need to do. What do the students do? What do they do? London? London. Good. IELTS, no problem. Canada tomorrow. Direct flat. Okay. No connecting flat. Direct flat and all that. Okay. So what you have to do, you have to listen and understand, and then you need to decide whether. So this is the point in multiple choice. Instead of focusing on the phrase, students focus on the word and they discuss all 3 options. They are going to discuss all 3 options, all right? Very nice fragrance here. You're using anything? MashaAllah, that's good. I'll stay, and it's more like Dubai. Yeah, some sort of ether? Perfume? Okay. Oud, yeah, oud is very, very popular. I'll stay here. Okay, exactly. So this is for multiple choice questions. Then in listening part 2, they give you matching type of questions. In matching type of questions, questions do not have any real information. All the information is in options. Option A, option B, option C, option D. So what do they do? There are 2 types of languages in IELTS listening. One is the language of question paper and one is the language of audio. Now, audio language and question paper language, these 2 languages are based on synonyms. Okay, so you need to understand those synonyms, and through practice, when you are going to solve the test with me, you will understand them. Third question type in IELTS listening, we have maps. Now, in maps, you need to follow directions. If I say, for example, you're holding a pencil and I say, go straight ahead, you move. You can move the cursor of the mouse. Go straight ahead, turn right, it is on your left, and then you need to learn 2 things. Prepositions of place, prepositions of location. Prepositions of place, preposition of location, words like the opposite side, in the corner, near, adjacent. And usually they say it's at the far side of the building. Behind. Far side means the opposite side. If I'm here, far side is over there. Okay, so you need to learn such type of words. And the study plan which you're going to get, in the study plan, we have many maps questions, many multiple choice questions. Now, listening part 1 and listening part 2, they are both social. Social means in listening part 1 and part 2, they give you a social situation. And listening part 3 and part 4, they are educational. Parts 1 and 2, they are social, right? There's a social dialogue. I want to rent an apartment and he is the owner of the apartment, right? I want to plan a tour and he is the tour operator. So listening part 1 is like that. Part 2 is also a social situation. Listening part 3, that is educational, where 2 students are discussing their project assignment. One tutor and one student, they are discussing their project or assignment or anything like that. Now, in listening part 3, when you reach there, when the audio starts, you say, okay, why? 2 reasons. The first reason is the tone of conversation, it changes from social to educational, right? The second thing is the audios become fluent. There is advanced level talk. In listening part 3, three type of questions are important. Number 1, multiple choice, single or double. Number 2, matching. And number 3, if you are lucky, only if you are lucky, right, then you can get sentence completion also in listening part 3, right? So for matching type of questions, don't read the questions, read the options and interpret the options. If, for example, in the option they have used the word injury. For injury, in the audio, they may use the word hurt yourself. You can hurt yourself. It may injure you, injure, hurt, and all that. And let me tell you, IELTS listening and IELTS reading, both are based on synonyms. If you know, and you will not find these synonyms elsewhere. You will find all these synonyms in IELTS tests. Now, if you say, sir, give me a handout for IELTS listening synonyms, I will say, watch my videos in the study plan, and you will find many synonyms over there. And the good news is they repeat them. For example, if you solve 8 to 10 listening tests with me, when you're doing 11th test, you will see, this is somewhere I heard already. Okay, when I solve the test, I have solved Cambridge IELTS books 7 to 19. And when I solve the new test, I smile and say, this was somewhere before, this was somewhere in reading and all that. Okay, so listening part 3, for multiple choice questions, odd one out. Odd one out means eliminate the wrong option, right? If you have to choose one option, the first target should be to eliminate one option. Now you are left with 2 and success rate is 50-50. Before that, it was 33%. And if you eliminate the right answer by mistake, then there is no success rate there. So once part 3 is over, next you come to part 4. In part 4, there is always a lecture. IELTS listening part 4, there is a lecture. And how many people talk? One person talks. Listening part 1, how many people talk? 2. Part 2? 1. Part 2 is an audio commentary where one person talks. Okay? And then we have listening part 3. How many people? Minimum 2. Sometimes there can be 3. Sometimes initially there is a tutor. Okay? Today we are going to discuss a project about animals. So Tom and George, I want you to discuss it. Now tutor is out, Tom and George, they are discussing. And usually they have a male and female character so that you could differentiate. Hello Julia, hello Tom. And then they start and all that, okay? And once you start to understand IELTS listening, you will enjoy. I enjoy when I listen to their things, and sometimes they are funny as well. Sometimes there's a little humor as well in their things. So part 4. Now students complain part 4 is very fast. Part 4 is fast. It's not fast. It's fluent. Right? Because one person is talking, there is no interruption, so it is fluent. Second, the very common question type in part 4 is one word only. One word only. And you have to pick up that word from the audio, okay? And mostly whatever is written before the blank, the synonym of that word will get you the answer. Now, audio is fast. Sometimes what happens? For example, he is on question number 32, waiting for the answer. And audio is discussing question number 35, 36. Or he is waiting for the answer of question 36, but audio is on question number 32 now. So for that, in order to track the audio, what do we call it? We call it tracking the audio. Okay, I need to come here. So the others can see me. In order to track the audio, what you have to do, when you have to track the audio, for tracking the audio, you can highlight, underline some words. For example, if it's written there, the name of a scientist is mentioned. They've mentioned the name of a scientist. For example, Newton theory. Underline Newton theory. Then after that, they have mentioned study in England. Underline England. So in the audio, when they say a study was conducted in England, you know they are here. So you can easily do that, right? And again, one word only, part 4. If you have bad part 3, you may have that. If you will see IELTS test is difficult, you may have bad part 3. Part 4 will give you an opportunity to come back. You can once again come back and you can get correct answers. For 7 band, how many correct answers do you need? 30. 26, huh?
6.5.
Huh? You need 7 band, okay? 30 correct answers will give you 7 band. And what should be the score for 9 band?
39,
39. With 39, they give you 9 band, okay? So you need to target higher band. And again, I tell you, there are several things which you learn in your life through repetition. What is repetition? You go to a mechanic shop, he's opening car engine every other day. He's doing the same repair work every day. You go to a car mechanic, for example, there is that oil change shop. You go there and their all actions are repetitive. So repetition is the mother of learning. If you want to learn anything, there are 2 learnings. One is conscious learning. One is unconscious learning. Conscious learning is you are paying attention to something and you are learning. Unconscious is you are doing it repeatedly and you are learning. So if you are going to solve IELTS listening test with me and then alone, then with me, then alone, then with me, like I am your IELTS mommy, you're my IELTS babies, children. Okay, so you solve a test with me, another test, then you solve on your own, then you test with me, solve test with me. Gradually, you'll become independent. Okay, one thing. Second, the amount of effort which you need, that depends on your target band. Now, for example, he's got good level of English. He's got good level of English. Now, if he says, sir, I only need 5 band. And I'll say, okay, go to sleep. You are good enough to get 6, 6.5 without preparation, right? So it depends. What is your target band? Now, for example, your target band is 6.5. You need 6.5 and your present level is 5. So from 5 to 6.5, you'll have to work hard and you can see clear indications. For example, in listening, when you solve a test, you get 30 correct answers. It means you're bound to get 7 band. In reading, you get 30 correct answers in academic reading. It means you're bound to get 7 band. Okay. So listening and reading, they are the best indicators. They will tell you the band score that you are getting, the level where you are now. For writing and speaking, I'll tell you, and inshallah, you'll get that. Right? So get your desired band and then fly to your destination country and enjoy your life over there. And then I will come to you, right? I'll not bother you, don't worry. I will only ask you to offer me coffee after dinner or lunch. Okay, thank you, Jazakallah, right? It will be a great honor for me that you say, sir, would you like to have coffee or tea? I'll say tea now and coffee after lunch or dinner, whatever the time of the day it's going to be, right? So your today's effort is going to impact your future greatly. If I'm standing here today, it's just because of what I did and did not do in the past that has made my present. So you guys are in present shaping your future. So what you do or do not do now, that will shape your future, inshallah, right? Thank you so much. Thank you.